All dark romances should come with an alert. They should come with a warning, a trigger warning, a message that says to the reader, this particular book may not be for you. This particular book contains a certain level of violence. This particular book may deal with strong language or certain taboos that you may find disconcerting. So, when writing your taboo romance or your dark romance, make sure that you include in the description as well as in the material itself or the book itself that there is strong language or there are some elements of the story that people may find triggering. Because dark romances contain dark themes, it is important that you make sure that your reader knows exactly what they're getting. An example of a warning is from the book Until I Get You. Content warning: possessive, obsessed hero, stalking, talk of suicide, violence, sexual assault, enough to be triggering. According to the online article, How to Write Captivating Dark Romance That Lures and Excites in 6 Steps, which was written by Bella Rose Pope, and it is on the website selfpublishing.com. The author, Bella, states that dark romance is a popular and rapidly growing book genre worth getting into if this is your stick. Readers of dark romance rarely take a break from this genre and are avid readers via Kindle Unlimited, especially to obscure the book covers, which are racy and salacious. The author Bella Rose advises the writer to embrace the taboo. She states, taboo or controversial elements and themes like forbidden love, obsession, betrayal, and manipulation are common in the dark romance book genre. Embrace them. It's not often the faint of heart that takes to writing this genre, so you should be willing to push the boundaries of societal norms. But she cautions, it's essential to handle these themes with sensitivity and respect, ensuring that you do not promote harmful behavior or perpetuate toxic relationships. To make sure you are not, you can hire a sensitivity reader or make sure your book is professionally edited and that the editor considers these factors when looking at your particular book. The second piece of advice she gives is to create complex characters. Dark romances thrive on complex characters who are flawed, multidimensional, and emotionally charged. It's what makes for the dark romance content in the first place. Your character development has to be strong. Create characters with layers and depth, delving into their motivations, desires, and struggles. Your protagonist should not be perfect, but rather have their own darkness and inner demons that drive their actions and decisions. This also means your character arc is vital in dark romances, but keep in mind that you don't want your character to necessarily outgrow the taboo or dark element as if they're wrong. The point of dark romance is that these elements are the norm for these people. They can outrun their demons, but those demons do not have to be the fact that they're, let's say, into BDSM. If that is the case, the audience may not take too kindly to the fact that you are stating BDSM is something that needs to be outgrown. Developing tension and conflict in your writing is essential. You'll also want to pay attention to the pacing of your story. It is important to have highs and lows and lulls, but the tension of the story must come from the plot devices as well. This genre uses story's conflict to create a sense of urgency and passion. You can do this for your book by including external obstacles like societal norms, family opposition, or internal struggles like emotional trauma, self-doubt, and conflicting desires. The push and pull dynamic between the protagonists heightens the emotional stakes and adds depth to the writing. The fourth thing to consider when writing these romances is to remember the atmospheric setting. The setting plays a significant role in creating the mood and tone of a dark romance. Choose a setting that enhances the dark and brooding atmosphere of the story. It can be a decaying mansion, a haunted castle, or a forbidden island, invoking a sense of foreboding and mystery. And on the flip side, if you want to change things up, you can have your story take place at a beach or a ski retreat. This type of setting is contradictory to what's actually going on in the story. You'll have to work extra hard to set the tone, but the jarring nature of the story with a bright, happy setting can make your book more interesting. Fifth thing you'll need to do is explore the emotional depths of your story. Emotional intensity, delving into the deep emotions of love, lust, desire, and pain, is a primary part of dark romance novels. Capture the raw and visceral emotions of your characters as they navigate their complicated relationships. Dive into their emotional struggles, vulnerabilities, and insecurities to create a compelling and emotionally resonant story. Deeper you go, and the darker you go, the more invested a reader will be in your character. Again, just make sure to include any content warnings for the various dark places you'll go. The sixth element of your storytelling, which is crucial, is to make the plot purposeful. Yes, there are dark romance books out there that are more smut than plot. While some readers consume this, others actually want a good story to go along with their dark romance read. It's not just about the romance, and that's what you should remember if you want to learn how to write a dark romance novel. Romance is only half of the plot, but that also means your main plot does have to incorporate those darker elements. Maintain the tone and genre style. Focus on plots that explore themes that either go with or completely contradict the romantic content you write about. I have found the article, How to Write Captivating Dark Romances That Lure and Excite in 6 Steps, to be very useful. I haven't been able to find a lot of information on this particular genre, and maybe because it's relatively new. However, I am excited to begin writing short stories in order to test out my writing styles and my writing skills. Let me know what you think about this video. And as always, wishing you love, peace, joy, and happiness.